You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Mikko's Path. So, let's see, the last place we left off, we were just going through a walk in the woods. Ooh, Lord, I wonder what can happen today. Well guys, let's jump right into it. Please enjoy the video. And let me do my best to entertain y'all. Okay. Something must be wrong with my finished jeans because I much prefer warmer weather. Okay, let's see how the photo came out. Oh look, it's a cutie. Oops, that's red right there. Well, I have to say I'm proud of this one. It might be my favorite photo of myself yet. Shivering a bit, I decide to keep moving. I'll feel warmer if I don't just stand in one place. Walking among the trees calmed me down, though. I feel much better now. I shake off the rest of the snow that accumulated during this short walk on my hair and turn back, and walk back to the guest house. That was short. Walking much faster now, I'm back at the guest house in maybe 2 minutes. That was a quick walk. Back in the warm inside. I walk up to one of the sofas standing in the lobby and flop onto it unceremoniously. I took some books I wanted to read with me. I'd be really happy if I had one of them with me now. But of course, I left them back in my room. Only now it really hits me that I will not be able to use anything I left there, including my DSLR, the books I've taken, my headphones, or even my pajamas. At least it's mildly comforting that it's only for today. And thankfully, I have my phone with me. Now that I think of it, I do have some ebooks downloaded on it, but I don't remember which ones. I take the photo out of my pocket and click the side button. The screen turns on, showing a photo of the sea that I have taken in Greece and have been using as a wallpaper ever since. Suddenly I remember something important. I haven't yet written my mother a message that we arrived. I might be living alone now, in another country, on top of that, but that makes her just more concerned about me. If I wouldn't write her a message, she would call me soon, and I don't feel like talking with her right now. And if I told her about the key, she would just shout at me for a while, and then call every few hours to get an update. I type a quick message to her. Yes, I yawn at her aggressively. Hi! We've arrived safely. That should do. I press send and turn off the screen, leaning back and sighing. In the corner of my eye, I see a movement on the other side of the lobby. Turning my head in that direction, I finally notice someone sitting there on a sofa. His relationship with his mother seems a bit estranged, if you ask me. I wonder if that's going to be explored later. I hope it is. Hey! What up, hot stuff? I don't think I recognize him. He's a tiger like me, wearing a loose-fitting black tank top. He's sitting on a sofa in a relaxed position and looking at me. There's a certain aura of nonchalance about him. He suddenly stands up and approaches me confidently, his tail making broad swings behind me as he walks. Well, hello there. Always nice meeting a fellow tiger. Name's Torulf. And you? I sit up on the sofa before replying, feeling strangely vulnerable under his gaze. I'm Carvin. It's nice meeting you too. Torulf points to the spot on the sofa beside me. May I? Before I have a chance to reply, he sits down beside me, taking a relaxed position again. Wow, he really is straightforward. So, tell me about yourself. What do you study? I'm from Finland, and I moved here this year. I'm studying cognitive science. Oh, a freshman. How cute. A shame we're not in the same department. A shame indeed. What are you studying, then? Experimental biology. It's not really that interesting. Better tell me where I can find you, usually. On the campus, I guess? I live in a dormitory, so I spend most of my time on university ground. I live further away from the city center. I've got my own flat. Hey, you could visit me sometime. You're cute, you know? He winks at me. Am I being flirted with? I don't think anyone has ever flirted with me before, let alone this openly. Let me see me right here. I don't even know how to respond to him, so instead I just stare at him. Whoa, I really am pathetic sometimes. It certainly flatters me, though. He is good looking, I have to admit it. He has a nice lean body, and his clothes show it off nicely. I gulp. Suddenly another figure enters the lobby. Lake, what is he doing here? He sees us and starts walking in our direction. Hey, Torulf, I got you your jacket. Oh, hey, Carvin. What a surprise. You two know each other? Now we do. We've just met each other and started chatting. Thank you, Lake. You're really invaluable. Lake passes him the jacket and a key. Oh, so they are friends. Good enough friends that Torulf sent Lake to fetch him his jacket. Frankly, I don't know much about Lake's friends. When I was visiting him, he was always either alone or with his roommate. We were just going outside for a walk together, but I left my jacket in my room. Yeah, Torulf bumped into me in the corridor and suggested going somewhere together, and I'd been meaning to go for a walk anyway. It's been nice talking with you, Carvin. I'll catch you later, okay? Sure. Have a nice walk, you two. Thank you, Carvin. See you later. They leave through the entrance door, so I'm left alone in the lobby. Phew! I lean back on the sofa and relax, finally. This was really something else. Torulf, what an interesting guy. He didn't really tell me anything about himself, did he? Just that he studies experimental biology and has his own flat. And that he finds me cute. I blush again. Well, he is handsome, too. He told me he will catch me later, so I should expect to meet him again. I hope it won't be as awkward as our pretty one-sided conversation now was. I close my eyes and let my thoughts wander. For a moment, I thought about yawning. I close my eyes and let my thoughts wander. For a moment, I thought about opening an ebook, but I don't feel like reading right now. Just a bit too much has happened today. Lately. So, until the end of the day, I have to find myself another room to stay in. I could always ask Mikko. He for sure would agree, but things are still a bit weird between us, especially after the 3-year gap in our friendship. I still have the whole day to ask others. I've already managed to make some new friends here. It could be a good occasion to befriend someone closer. Yeah, I don't have to make any decisions now. I'll leave that for the evening. What should I do now? Forest, that's Klaus. Cafeteria, it's Bjorn. Jorgen and Travis. I didn't live there last night. Let's go to the cafeteria. I for sure don't want to spend the whole day sitting on the couch here. I haven't even seen half of this guest house. I have nothing better to do anyway, so why not start exploring now? I haven't really taken a good look at the common space near the rooms, and I wasn't yet in the part of the guest house with saunas and a swimming pool. There's also a terrace on the outside, and probably some other spaces I'm not even aware of. I'll go check out the sauna area first. I'm really curious about how it looks. I think I can hear some rustling from behind the cafeteria door. My curiosity wins and I walk up to them, looking through the gap. Inside, I see Bjorn sitting on a table, writing something in a notebook he's holding. He's completely focused on writing, his tongue poking out from his muzzle. Even with the blep, he still looks imposing. I could come in and say hi, but he seems busy. Maybe it's not the best moment. Before I can decide, the door creaks loudly, alerting the bear. He looks in my direction and notices me immediately. Carvin! Hey there! Let's save it right there. Do. I enter the cafeteria and close the door behind me, feeling somewhat embarrassed. Oh, I was just exploring the guest house when I heard some rustling here. If you wanted to be alone, then I can just continue. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. He chuckles softly, putting down the notebook and leaning back on the table. I really hope it won't crack under his weight. I'm sure it wasn't designed with having bears sitting on it in mind. So what are you doing here? No, I did just go out for a run, so I'm a little bit winded. I ran around the guest house for a while to explore it a bit, just like you. I liked it here, so I stayed. Do you know that feeling you get when you visit spaces that were always crowded but are now completely empty? I love that feeling, and this place feels just like that. I'm sure there must be a name for that. One of those things you see in articles like 10 obscure emotions that actually exist or something. I nod. Yeah, I can definitely feel that too. Liminal space. Sorry? Liminal space, that's what people call it. It feels frozen in time and slightly unsettling, but also familiar and oddly calm. I read that term some time ago, but in this context it no longer really has anything to do with the actual liminality. Liminality is a state that occurs at the threshold before crossing it completely but after the point of no return. It was coined by an anthropologist to describe the state of ambiguity that occurs during the transitional part of rites of passages. It's what's between the metaphorical death, leaving a certain phase behind, and entering into the new phase, changed. That's a lot of information in not many sentences. Where did you read about that? That's part of what we learn in our course. We have some basics of anthropology. I thought cognitive science would be a bit closer to neurobiology, but maybe our fields aren't that similar after all. Heh, probably. I look at the closed notebook on the table beside Bjorn. It's been intriguing me since I've entered the room. By the way, what were you writing? I gesture at the notebook and Bjorn glances back at it, looking somewhat uncomfortable at the question. Nothing much, just noting down some ideas. No, we will save the prying for Bjorn's run. Something tells me I shouldn't pry, so I leave the topic for now. But anyway, you know a bit about me already, but I still don't know anything about you. Do you mind telling me something about yourself? So far, I only know what you study. Well, there's not much to tell, actually. I study at the university, and I like to watch anime when I have some free time. Sometimes I feel like having a cold beer after a long day. That can't be the whole story, though. Can it? I guess I'll have to find out myself, though. One thing I was wondering about. I guess there's no subtle way to ask it. Your parents, they really named you Bjorn? That literally means bear in Norwegian. Yeah, they really did. Not the most creative people in the world, I know. In their defense, it's not the name I was given at birth. My parents chose it only after we moved to Norway. Huh. Wait. So you're not a Norwegian? I think of myself as one, but I wasn't born here. We moved out when I was 6, so I grew up here and absorbed the language and the culture. Where were you born then? Where were you born then? In Poland, but I don't have many memories of it. Haven't visited since we immigrated here. That's so long ago. Wow, I'd never guess. By the way, I have a couple things to do now, but if you want to play snooker, you can come to my room later. By how quickly he changed the topic, I feel like he doesn't feel comfortable talking about that either. Okay, I'll leave you for now and think about it. Later then. See ya. See ya. Save time. I leave the cafeteria and walk around the guest house some more, the rest of the walk continuing uneventful. Mikko! I walk around the guest house aimlessly for a while, and my pause lead me to a residential area. Suddenly, I realize that I'm staying in front of the door to Mikko's room. Mikko invited me for a visit, and what's a better time than now? All I have to do is knock on the door, and I'll be greeted by my school friend again. It takes me a few seconds of hesitation before I finally do it. Just a moment! I can faintly hear Mikko's voice from behind the door. Ooh. I don't have to wait long. After several seconds, the door opens and Mikko's smiling face greets me. Oh, it's you, Carvin. Good to see ya. I enter the room and he closes the door after me. The whole floor is now cluttered with a multitude of cables and boxes filled with blinking lights. They are arranged in a semicircle, and there's a pillow on the floor in front of them. Oh, wow. Mikko, did you really bring all that with you? Where did you even fit it? Mikko just smiles, completely ignoring my question, and gives me a quick welcome hug. I'm just finishing working on a track. I have to work on the drum pattern. It sounds a bit too repetitive at the moment. He returns to his instruments, sitting back on the floor in front of all the gear. He presses a button and the music starts to play from a small speaker he has on a desk. I watch, mesmerized, as various lights pulse in rhythm with the song. You can sit here with me if you want. He moves himself to the side of the huge pillow so that there is a space for two on it. Oh, sure. I sit down next to him, leaning against him out of necessity. He leans on me too, and I can feel the heat radiating from his small body. The music fills the room slowly, transforming the space around us, bubbly sound reverberating through the wooden floor. I close my eyes and let the room become our vessel, in which we travel through imaginary landscapes. Next to me, Mikko continues to work on the track, playing around with the gear in front of him. What are you doing exactly?
I'm using this Groovebox's built-in option, which lets me trigger only a parameterized percentage of notes so that the pattern is partially randomized, introducing some variation into it. I'm also manipulating samples to get the sound I want, and I'm trying different things with the pattern itself too. I do everything on this Proton Groovebox. I only have a programmed MIDI signals to communicate with the rest of the gear here. I have two external synthesizers, because this Proton has only a sampler built in, and a few effect pedals I like to use, and of course a mixer for all that. I nod, pretending to understand. Mikko turns his head, looking at me. So, Carvin, what's up? Enjoying the trip? I was just walking around the guest house and thought it might be nice to visit you. I didn't expect you to be working on music now. I hope I'm not bothering. And, well, I lost the key to my room, so I'm kind of without one for now. Most of my things are there, so I'm not really happy with that. Oh, what are you going to do now? I went to the front desk to ask them the same question. Let's say that for now, I don't know yet. Sure. He finally seems happy with the result and stops the track. Okay, I think I'm done. So, what do you think of the track? I like it. It's bubbly. I like what I've heard so far. Can you play it again? He clicks something on one of the synths of the track, and the track starts playing again. It makes me feel like I'm sitting on a cloud and looking at the colorful patches on the ground below. It makes me think of bubbles. There's purple, green, and yellow, and some turquoise, too. The land moves below us slowly, and from time to time we fly into some other pink clouds. No, it's midnight and the full moon floods the path with silvery glow. There's definitely turquoise and purple, you're right. I forget that Mikko has a slight synesthesia, so he literally sees music as colors. Or at least he says so. In any case, I like it a lot. Mikko gives me a smile, blushing slightly. Thanks. I've started working on it here. I want it to be a snapshot in a way of recording what we felt in the bus on our way here, looking at the views and daydreaming. I remember you always liked the idea of documenting everything around you. He suddenly looks away from me, focusing his gaze somewhere outside the window. You know, about your room, if you need a place to stay, then you could always stay here. His voice trails off, as if he changed his mind in the middle of the sentence, and the words come out really quiet. Sorry, I didn't hear you well. He gulps and looks back at me with determination. If you need a place to stay, you are always welcome here. I've decided to wait with any decisions until the evening, so I'm not going to make any declarations now. But it's nice knowing that I have a place where I can stay. That's much appreciated, Mikko. It's great to have you as a friend. I mean it. He still looks at me, waiting for a response. It's an option. I don't want to make a declaration now, because maybe someone will find the key or something else unexpected will happen. Mikko nods. He doesn't really seem to be happy with the response, though. Sure. I don't know why, I keep thinking that Mikko took that key. The way he's responding to the situation is very suspect. Mikko, are you the imposter? Are you sus, Mikko? Mikko's always been a little sus to me. I still like him, though. An uncomfortable silence falls on us. Mikko looks down on his gear and starts to fidget with the knob, making some small adjustments to the sound. Hey, maybe I'll go now. I can still visit you later. Mikko turns his face to me as if snapped out of a daze. Meanwhile, I've stood up already and took a few backward steps towards the door. No, sure. Maybe you would like to go for a walk? I haven't been in the forest in quite a long while. Yeah. After dinner, maybe? Sounds good to me. See you later. I wave to him and leave the room. Why did I wave to him? Well, that was awkward. But when he asked if I want to stay with him, I didn't want to decline him. But in his eyes, I could see that he was really excited for that idea. Ah, okay. I hope I didn't make him sad. I still have the time to make the decision, though, and I can spend time with him regardless. It was nice, this brief visit. I haven't heard his music in a long time. I didn't follow him online after we split up.
Save. Let's go visit Lake again. Hey, cutie. Carvin! Before I even finish knocking, the door snaps open, taking me by surprise. On the other side of the door is my lion friend, who grabs me by the sleeve and pulls me into his room. Come on in. Sorry for the mess. I've just come back here myself a moment ago, so I had no time to tidy up. I have no choice but to enter the room, pulled in by Lake. Suddenly, he realizes what he's doing and lets go of my cuff, blushing. Yes, Alarm Chan, I hear you. She's had her fill of cute boys today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a new episode of Dawn Chorus, Mikko's Path. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!